Hello YouTube. Boy, am I excited about this video. We've got some big brakes from EBC. Now, first thing I'm going to tell you, if you want anything from EBC brakes, you can use my code SPS15, all capitals, at ebcbrakesdirect.com. Link down below and you get 15% off. But straight to it, right. I could have turned this into an unboxing video, but I didn't want to. They tend to be a bit boring. So I get straight to it. Posted on Instagram that I've got these brakes. The questions everybody is asking, will they fit under 15-inch wheels? So this video is going to be all about, will they fit under 15-inch wheels? You know, I've got 15-inch Team Dynamics with the AR1s in it, and I've also got the 16-inch Team Dynamics with the 8008R. I really want these to fit under 15-inch. They are the 300mm floating disc version, not the 330. I'm not going to show you everything right now because you're going to get to see it as we start mocking them up for a fit and when I do the proper installation on the car. So what we're going to do, out in the shed in a vise, I've got a spare hub. So we're going to mock everything up on a hub, and I'm going to work out what space are we going to need so we can get the wheels on, and hopefully we can fit 15s. I'm not going to say for definite we can. I've had a little look around, I think it's possible, but it's all going to come down to what size space are we going to run. So I'm going to take these out the shed, show you what I'm going to do, and we'll get straight on with it. Right, so I'm just going through all of the kit, working out the bits I need to take out to the shed to do a mock-up on one side only. So this kit comes with so much stuff. This is a quick overview. So you get the pads for the front, apparently the yellow stuff on the stainless backing. You get yellow stuff rears, your brackets in there, backing plates, get your brake fluid, full set of brake lines, although I do already have brake lines. I'm not sure if I'll be able to use the ones I've already got on the front, but we'll see. Your fitting kit and your disc. Did I say 300mm? Two-piece, fully floating. I've also got RPX pads, which is what I'm going to use because, you know, I like them so much on the standard ones. So we're going to take out just one half of the bits. I don't think we'll need pads. Take them out the shed, and then say hopefully we can get 15s over them. I'm really hoping. So let's go and try. So here we have my spare hub. I've put it in the vise. I've checked the wheel on that. A wheel will spin and clear. I want it the vise, so we're going to mock them up on there. So I've got all I need. In the instructions they actually give you a template. Now you can cut this out and you can actually order these online. I think you can download it from the EBC website to see if it'll fit, but there's nothing like doing a proper test. When it's all bolted up on there, this will give you a guide, but with all of this we can work out what spaces we need. Now I've already put it inside the wheel, and I know that the actual whole arrangement will fit inside the majority of the wheel, but let me show you. Right, so here's where you will run into problems. The wheel lips up. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but it gets smaller to take up the mountains for the spokes. So we'll clear this main area here with ease. It will hit that, and I'm hoping we can space out and clear it. So that's what this video is all about. Unless you try, you're never going to know. So what I'm going to do now is get the bolts out. Should be pretty straightforward to bolt them on. We've got the bracket adapter. That's really light in alloy. These are really light as well. I think looking at the website, you save about 4 or 5 kilos. Now that's light as a feather. It's really light and it's big. I mean, compared to my hand, I mean, I have got midget hands. I'm not the biggest guy in the world, but they are big. Right, let's get ready. Let's bolt them on. So I've got the mounting bracket here. I am looking at the instructions. Now this is not intended as an instructional video. I'm not telling you how to do it. I'm looking for the instructions. What I will say, there's several washers, and it says to put a 1mm washer behind there. So check them all. I've checked them with the caliper to make sure they're 1mm. So make sure you read this carefully. But we're going to put this on here now. We're going to bolt that on, and then we'll be ready to put the rest of it on. so the first thing you're going to want to do is put the bracket on the right way. Don't be a muppet like me. That's all I get. Right, so now it's a case of just put the caliper on. We're not going to worry about whether it's the right disc on the right side, whether it's the right caliper on the right side of the hub. Doesn't make no difference for this test. It's all about, will the wheels fit? Would have made my life easier if I had the hub the other way around. What a thing of beauty that is. Right, we don't need to put the pads in. So what I'm going to do now is get the wheel. Like I said, I already know it's going to foul on the taper, so we're going to look at space up. What I'm going to do before I get the wheel actually is I'm going to put some tape. I'll mask up the caliper because I don't want to chip it if I don't have to, so I'll cover up some of the parts where I think it's going to hit until we get the right space. Alright, so this is what we've got. I've spun the hub around with the caliper out. Yeah, it's a little bit better lighting. Pull out the vise as well. What we're going to do, actually no, I've masked up, see, masked up, so with no spacers, no nothing, we're just going to go for it and see how much it fouls. Are you ready for it? Right, so it's on there, but as you can see, we're not sitting right, we are hitting. Can you get down in there? You see where it's hitting where the masking parts are. It's not bad. You can see in there, we're hitting exactly where I expected. Let's have a look from the back. Right, so at the back, you can see there's plenty of room for the caliper in the main part of the wheel here, but it is just adding a taper, so it's all about, can we space it to work, and will there be spacers that are sized enough that will fit with the car? But I'm hopeful. Let's see what we can do with a bit of space. Right, so remember my steering rack spacers? Well, they fit on there perfectly. Now these are 17.5mm. I've only got 3 of them, but that should be enough. I suppose it doesn't matter where we put them. We'll try 17.5mm, see if that does the job. So put your back up, yeah, and let you watch me do it. Right, that is still a no. Just catching, see if I can get down there. Just catching right down in there. Obviously the same there. Gotta watch them pipes, so we need more than 17.5, and there's not too bad. So it's just those little areas. I did think we might need 25 from off the bat, so we'll work up. The only issue we're gonna have, because we're not using proper spacers, we're gonna run out of room to actually fit the wheel on. I definitely won't be able to bolt it down, so I don't know how I'm gonna work around that, because it's not fully centralising the wheel actually. Yes, but we'll see what we can do. Right, so I've got these washers I used from when I did the steering rack. These are 2.5mm, so that now gives us 20mm, but I really could do with a set of proper bolt-on spacers for this. But we've got what we've got to work with, so let's see if that works. No, still rubbing. I'm going to spare you a closer look. We can go straight up to sticking another washer on, so we've got 22.5mm. Give that a go. Alright, so that's 22.5. We're not actually going to get 25 on there. My studs are not long enough. Right, so as you can see, we have got an issue. The studs are just not long enough, so I think what I'm going to do is strip all of this off. I'm going to have to beat out at least 2 of these and swap them out for bolts. I haven't got longer studs, but if I've got bolts that can come right through, we can work something out like that, but this is not going to work. Right, so this is what I've come up with. Stripped all that off, knocked out one like with a bolt thing, whatever that's called, and I've got some bigger bolts here. So what we're going to do, I'm going to knock with another one. I'll only do 2, but you can see we can work with that. So I'm just going to get out the other one. That came out easy enough. I just put an old nut on it. I'll show you now actually, and just knock it with the hammer. There you have it. Right, so they're on there. I've just put a bit of tape in the back to stop them falling out. Obviously they haven't got the ribs these have got to keep them in place, but we'll make it work. So I'm going to now put everything back on. Let's go straight to a 25mm spacer. Right, so this is 25. I'm really hoping that this works, because I don't think my car will accept anything more than 25. I'm going to be at the max with that. So let's see what it does. The 25mm, here we go. This has to work, please. Watch me knock the bolts through now. Right, let's cut straight to it. We've gone to 25mm, and yeah, I've managed to get the wheel bolted up. But watch this now. It only just works, doesn't it? Look at that puppy going round. Right, there is one thing that we have to discuss. We can get them to fit on in a mock-up test, but can my car cope with a 25mm spacer? That's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tough one. These are ET35, so what does that put the tape? That makes this roughly then an ET10. Now normally you wouldn't never be able to run an ET10 on a Fiesta ST on the front, no way. What I've got in my favour is my camber. I'm about 3.3 to 3.5 degrees camber, so my wheels stick in quite a lot. I've got that to play with, but to be honest with you, I'm going to make it work. I will make this work. I may have to do a little tweaking of arch rolling. I have got an arch roller somewhere around the shed, so I could do that. I don't mind raising the ride height 5 to 10mm, because you know I haven't got a problem with a car being higher. So we're going to make it work, because I want cheap 15-inch AR1s or whatever semi-slick I use. And on that point, it's about £50 cheaper a tyre to go 15s than 16s. So I'm chuffed they work, but there's still some hurdles to overcome. When we come to the full fitting video, by then I'll know for sure, because what I'm going to do now, I'm going to order 25mm spacers. So by the time it comes to put them on, I've got what I need. There's another question. If I don't cover this now, I know the comments are going to get flooded with it. Will 16s fit? Well, 16s will fit, but what size spacer for 16s? So I'm going to get a 16 off the car and cover that. Standard 17s, it says on the EBC website, I think they need a 20 or a 25mm check. It'll tell you on there, because they're a different offset to what these are. So stage 1 has got me excited. I'm looking forward. What I'm going to do now, get these off, and then we'll put a 16 on. Now this hasn't been easy. This has taken me hours. When I get this off, I'll explain to you why it's taken me so long to get to this stage. This is why I've been so long, because I've used these bolts. Well, a standard wheel nut is a different thread. So I had these nuts here, but obviously there's no taper to go down to the wheel to help centralize and straighten the wheel up. So what I had to do was take a standard wheel nut like that, pull the cap off the top, bore the center out, and then chop off the top end of the nut. So it's left with that, and then I put that over, and then these nuts over. So that got quite time consuming. It took me a while to sort that out. So nothing's ever easy. If I'd had a 25mm spacer, I literally could have mocked this up and tested in half an hour. As it is, I've probably been out here about 2 hours. There you are. Anyway, let's get a 16 and let's go through it all again, but I'll make it quick this time. What I'll do is I'll just get straight to what size spacer you need. I won't faff about going through the stages, we'll just get to it and I'll tell you. Right, 16s were an absolute breeze, and it only took a 5mm spacer. Now, I haven't tried less. I tried the 2.5mm actually, and it was just catching on the caliper here, so we got no issues with clearance around the outer side, which we did with the 15. It's all about the spokes hitting the caliper there. So I tried 2.5 and it was just catching. So 3-4mm might do it, but I just doubled up the washers and went to 5mm. So as you can see, clears absolutely fine. Tons of room around there. I only wish that I could just continue to run 16s like that, but it's just tyres. £200 extra a set of tyres is just chronic to go up one side, so we'll see how it goes. But what I will say, do not take anything that I've said today as gospel. If you're going to buy these and you're thinking, right, I only need a 25mm spacer, I need a 5, because Steve said do your own research first, do your own testing. If it goes wrong, I'm not going to be responsible. With my offset of wheels, these are an ET38, 5mm has worked. On the 15s, they're an ET35, 25mm has worked. Now, I should have shown you with the 15s how close the caliper was to the rim. It's actually quite close, around the pipe area here, and the caliper was probably about 2mm of clearance. So it's close, but lots of people run calipers that close. So I think that's pretty much all I'm going to do in this video, but it's been quite productive, don't I think? And I think them calipers look amazing. I know that everything's upside down because remember I spun the hub around, so that is what it is, but I can't wait to have them on a car. It's going to be a little while. I got to order the spacers and we got to get the diff in. Diff is priority. It's going before the brakes. I've been so busy, I've been able to start yet, but here we are. Hopefully over the next couple of weeks I'll get the diff done and then we'll be straight on the brakes. This shouldn't take long. Right, thank you very much for watching, and you know, I want to take this moment to thank you all for your nice comments. I was thinking I do get a lot of good comments on the videos and on Instagram, so everyone who does comment with a nice comment, thank you very much. Everyone who comments with a nasty comment, keep doing it, because it all adds to the algorithm and hopefully my videos get shared more. Anyway, I'm waffling. Thanks so much for watching. I'm going to see you on the next video. Cheers and bye.